Oh my God!
Yep.
So legit.
I love Mighty Mouse. I've been singing Mighty Mouse's praises forever.
You have. He's not my pound for pound number one, but he's
mine.
amazing.
He's
I
been
know
mine
he
for
is.
the
Who's
past
your pound
few
for
years.
pound number one?
John Jones.
Over Conor McGregor?
Yes.
See, but you can't say that. But here's what I think. When you look at John Jones, I think John Jones ultimately absolutely has the potential to be number one, but he's been too inactive. And the fight with Ovince St. Preux, although Ovince St. Preux I feel is a very good fighter, it's a very tough fight. If you look at who has beaten Ovince St. Preux and who, you know, how John Jones looked against
can't
him.
go
and
off
then,
his one fight.
You're right. You can't entirely buy it. But as of late, he's been incredibly inactive.
I see a little
Mighty
of,
Mouse
Bangs,
has been
a lot
not
of Bangs
just, hey,
technique here.
fuckface,
Hold up,
I'm
B.
talking
Sorry,
over here.
Sorry.
When Mighty Mouse has been active, he's been spectacular.
He's been spectacular, but the thing is we've seen Mighty Mouse lose. We've never seen John Jones lose.
You're right.
God, you guys are missing a great fight.
You're right, but he's not fought.
And also, what Mighty Mouse is, he can make a mistake, get punched with the right hand. They're 125 pounds. They keep on. John Jones makes one mistake against Vitor.
Cejudo just
the
cracked
fight's
him.
over.
No, he fell.
Because of
No,
their
you're
weight
right.
classes, I don't have him pound for pound number one.
That is a good argument, except
that's
for
real
guys
right
like John Lineker, who knocked guys out with one punch, and Mighty Mouse, who knocked out Benavidez with one punch.
Still different than
It is a little bit
205 pound
You're
monsters.
right. You're
Guys,
right. It is a
guys,
little bit different.
Have
It
you
is a little bit different.
Have you forgotten about a guy named Anderson Silva? Brian Callen coming in and fucking shutting
What
that
about
shit
him?
down.
What
Best,
about him?
best pound for
Best
pound
ever?
fighter. Best
right
ever.
now.
100%.
Right now, it's entirely possible to make the case of either Fedor, Anderson Silva, or Mighty Mouse. I make the
Verdum.
case
GSP?
maybe Verdum.
If he didn't lose his last.
Yeah,
No, not his last
Verdum's
one,
hard
too.
with the Stipe
You
fight.
can't put not Verdum again
the junior fight.
Anderson Silva, who finished everybody.
It's arguable that Verdum's the best heavyweight of all time. You can make
I'm sorry,
that
that's what
argument.
I'm arguing, not
Yeah,
pound for
I'm
pound.
sorry. Okay,
Verdum,
pound for pound.
heavyweight,
Yeah.
yes. Pound
You
for
can
pound,
make
John,
that.
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
You could put Conor up there.
Bubba Anderson.
Connor's an argument.
How about
Connor's an
Anderson?
argument.
Is it just me?
I
Is
hear
it
you keep
just
saying
me?
Anderson. I'm
Joe.
kind of on something else.
Don't you
now.
think he's the number one fighter of all time as far as like
No, I think
finishing
John is.
everybody?
I think John is.
With style the way he did? What are we talking about here?
You know, I don't know shit about
He
striking.
beat up everybody.
You know that. I don't know shit about striking.
Michael Bisping
but
whipped
I
his
can
ass.
visibly
Oh my God.
see
When he's 40.
Conor countering with his left hand. I could see that, and I don't really see it with a lot of fighters. I know I don't know shit, but is that
No, you're right,
Is
you're
he
right.
like an amazing counterpuncher?
Amazing.
100% Eddie.
Amazing.
Because I'm seeing like
You're right.
as soon as someone throws, he goes boom. He's like just waiting
It's
for that.
so,
shit.
100%.
Throw
It's so
something.
clean.
Yeah.
It's so
so
fast.
It's so obvious.
It's
like
so
he's waiting
accurate.
for you. As soon as you throw, he's gonna
Oh,
fuck
this
you
fight's
up.
good.
Well, what Conor has is this ability to slide back and counter with such incredible precision. He's just
power.
got it's
He's
beautiful.
got bricks.
Joe, don't you think
Beautiful precision too. It's the technique's perfect. He plants it right on your chin. He's super accurate. He's so fast you get surprised.
How do you
don't
get
you
that
think his
good?
strength is too? Is he's has some sort of skill where he can predetermine what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like we've never
that's a
really
lot of-
seen it.
that's
We've
a
never
lot-
really seen
you
a guy
know,
like
a
him.
lot of understanding of striking and movement.
How do you
know?
get that good
Time.
at countering? If you say I want to be, if a guy comes to you and says, Joe, I'm going to dedicate my life to you. I want you to turn me into the ultimate counter.
I would say
fighter
go
like
to
Conor.
that fucking dude on his knees in front of Joseph Benavidez. Go to
Dwayne
Dwayne
Ludwig.
Ludwig.
He's throwing.
Dwayne
He's all
Ludwig.
about the counters.
Dude, to Dwayne Ludwig, how about
He's
the fuck
pressure.
he's get the fastest ever fucking KO of in the UFC from a counter?
Counter
That
when he
counter
fought
right
out
hand.
the Canadian.
Yeah,
he had multiple colored hair.
God, why can't I remember his name?
God, I can't remember his fucking name either.
God damn
Does
it.
Joey
You
have a twin
haunted
brother?
me.
What would you do though?
Benavidez?
Like,
Yeah.
No.
like an actual, not
married to
sending me to
Megan O'Leary.
Dwayne Ludwig, but what would like a drill you would come up with that you'd say, okay, you got to do this shit every day.
Well, it would depend
10,000
on where you're at, like skill-wise. Like, can you kick? Can you punch? Should you not even bother kicking? How much time do we have to work with you? Like, what are you going to do? Like, if you took a guy who had like almost no kicks whatsoever, you'd say, okay, let's forget the kicks. What I want you to do is just check kicks. We're going to work on punches. Can you throw elbows? I don't want you off balance throwing kicks. There's a lot of different things you would think of, but when you see Conor's counters, his counters are so precise. You only get that through that 10,000
I would say you
hour
have
principle.
5 years
Correct.
to work with someone. You have 5 years
They
to
have to be
groom
obsessed
someone.
and they have to be genetically gifted because there's certain punchers, they just did not have that kind of snap to be counter guys. Like a guy like Matt Hamill, who was a really powerful wrestler and a good puncher and a good striker ultimately later in his career. He never had that. There's that fucking spat
Damn, you
that
said
some
Matt
dudes
Hamill.
have. But you know what I mean? Matt Hamill's a tough guy.
That's such a good example.
It's a good example because he's a tough guy and a strong, powerful
but
wrestler.
He was an explosive and didn't have that kind of accuracy that
knockout
Conor
power.
would.
There's a bunch of guys you could say that you could put in that category who were like really powerful grapplers who just weren't the most lightning-like strikers. There's a certain type of striking.
Yes.
There's striking where you know that the guy has good technique and you know that the guy pretty much understands where to be and where not to be and when to be defensive and when to be offensive. That's like a well-rounded striker. And then there's guys like Roy Jones Jr. There's every now and then you have these freaks. But Roy Jones Jr. was a weird one because Roy Jones Jr. abandoned all of the orthodoxy of boxing. I mean, he kept his hands low.
He didn't throw jabs.
He barely
really.
threw jabs.
Yeah.
He threw a leaping left hook instead, and he had ridiculous speed and power to the point where nobody could fuck with it.
Dude, remember
for
when
years
he was
and years and years.
Remember when he was in his prime?
Yeah.